Well, hey there. Welcome to Real WW Talk. I'm Erin.
I'm Candice.
And I'm Rikki.
Ladies, it has been a very, very weird week, hasn't it? And not just for us, across the US, because we're seeing this in our group because the winter weather has basically affected everything from Texas on up and over to the East Coast. I was talking with somebody who's in Minnesota and they have negative 35-degree wind chill with winds on top of it.
I feel like this is my fault. I want to apologize because this is again why you have to be careful what you pray for. Because I was like, you know what I'd really love is a good old snow day. Like I just said it. And I thought that maybe, how God doesn't listen to me. I think he listened. And he listened a little too well. Because I feel like I prayed for this, but not to like this level. It's been lingering. It's like it was here that it just keeps on coming. It's the gift that keeps on giving. My goodness.
I'm glad you said that because I was also going to apologize for me because the person who's a part of our morning show, she's on maternity leave. And so I'm filling in for her. And I said, listen, but that by doing this, we're about to have the worst winter that we've had in a decade.
Yeah.
And it is we've had the largest snowfalls since the last 10 years. Yeah. And the last time the guy who's on the morning show and I even did remotely a show together was 16 years ago when we were snowed in for the double blizzard back to back.
Oh my goodness.
So it's just, yeah. So I think we both maybe share. Rikki, what do you want to add? What part of this is your fault?
I'm part of a church that had, all these different events like revivals. And I think one of their initial services was during the snowstorm. So I just listened to a sermon talking about how, back when all the January snow was happening, that was not reunion, but an anniversary for them on getting snowed in during previous snowstorms. So I think that's part of my legacy because I'm in that church.
Rikki, I feel like you and I though should have a bone to pick with Miss Erin over there because she's the one who has the internal weather system,
right.
It has the forehead now that tells her, blinks and radiates whenever snow is coming. And I don't feel like she gave us a personal warning. So I'm just a little, annoyed because between you and my grandmother, we were still caught off guard by how much snow was there. I thought you would have been passed out, some type of, anytime you get precipitation, you're like, I feel it.
Okay. I'm fine tuning my spidey senses. Here is what I've learned. Okay. The barometric pressure, I've got a couple more. I need a couple more real case scenarios of this. If the barometric pressure is high, I am okay. It is if the barometric pressure drops or the barometric pressure is low that I feel incapacitated. Okay. So when while the snow was falling, I woke up that morning and I'm like, I feel amazing. Why do I feel amazing when typically I am crippled by this? Mm-hmm. And I looked at I have a barometric pressure. You can they're all over, the app store. Mine is called WeatherX. And I looked at the chart and it was a high pressure system. My neck was loose. I felt amazing. And then somewhere around 10 a.m. on Sunday morning, I started feeling a little off. And as the day went on, I felt myself do a steady decline. And that is because the barometric pressure dropped 30 millibars. It just plummeted. And I'm like, I've got a headache. My nose is filling up. My head is stiff. I started really not feeling well. And that's when I realized, it's low barometric pressure and drop that makes me feel bad.
Well, you need a gadget, go gadget this. And that means that you call us and you're like, hey, I'm starting to feel it. And then we know how to prepare because you have the inside scoop. Forget the weatherman.
Even I was fooled by this. I was fooled because I felt great. And that was part I went outside. I didn't smell anything in the air until later that night. Mm-hmm. And usually if I don't smell anything in the air, that means the storm is going to come wrapped in rain.
Okay.
As opposed to immediately starting out with snow. So I didn't even smell it till late late that evening.
Wow. Well, I mean, I feel like that brings up a good topic for today because there's so much stress around this season of the year. Like winter, I don't know about you guys, it's already hard enough. It's like already hard enough just to deal with the cold. But then when snow is forecasted, people lose their minds. Like absolutely lose their minds. It's like you can just feel it. Like I remember when we had that big snow in January, the first big snow in January. It was like every time you went out, no matter who you were talking, like the parking attendant here and then the person at the doctor's office, like everybody's like, you're ready for snow, snow, you know, snow is coming. Do you have everything? Do you have your toilet paper? Did you go to the store? I went to this, like, that's all anyone can talk about. Yes. And then once it does happen, whether it's, 15 inches of snow or 8 inches of snow, our infrastructure is not really in the, DMV area. That kind of incapacitates us. Like we are kind of stuck at home. So how have you guys dealt with the latest snowstorms and how do you deal with being at home for the longer periods of time and having all the snacks that everybody told you had to buy, those emergency snacks? How do you guys deal with that?
Well, I called myself this time because I always think of there was a skit and years ago when they were talking about the snowstorms and YouTube was all the rage. It wasn't all these other apps before, but there was a guide. Anytime there was a hint of precipitation, he's like, I got to get the milk. I got to get the milk and bread. I got to get the toilet paper. And he's like, and it's a joke, but I am telling you the way that they put this out.
Well, so this one, they kept calling it the storm of the century.
The storm of the century. This is and so I was so confused because, I think we all have had a little bit of trust issues with the weathermen where you're kind of like, okay, for real? Because the last time you said this, we got maybe an inch or maybe a dusting and then it was nothing. But I would say
our apps were saying, did you guys look at your app?
21 inches.
7 inches,
and they're on here going, yeah. So I think what I thought I was doing was proactively this time, like Rikki, to answer your question. I was like, I'm going to be proactive this year. I said, I'm home. I'm going to go and get the stuff a few days before. But I realized that this was the first time that everybody else had the same idea. So I found that just the hoopla, it makes it grow. I was okay until I saw that everybody else was worried and felt like they needed to get this stuff and were grabbing for toilet paper and grabbing for the water. I'm like, I don't even need water. I'm good, but I
don't know. Maybe you will.
Maybe not. And then I'm like, what about the child? What if he's dehydrated? And then the lights go out. And
Isaiah only drinks Evian water.
He only drinks Pellegrino. So what am I going to do? I got to get the Pellegrino for Isaiah because he won't drink tap water, But I think that's the problem for me is that I was calm until I fed into everybody else.
Well, did you guys feel like your news feeds, whether it was Instagram or TikTok or whatever, Twitter, whatever, was just filled with panic?
Yes.
Between that and then the lights going out, that was a bigger fear for me than it ever has been before because everyone was talking about, well, the ice is going to come and your power is going to go out. Just your power, you're going to be in the wilderness.
I think some of it too is even differentiating okay, what is actually going to hit us versus my friends in Nashville right now, their trees are split in half because they had half an inch of ice. It is a very real thing for them being, down power lines and all of that jazz. They didn't get snow. They got ice. We got snow and 2 inches of sleet, record sleet. We ended up not getting the freezing rain. I mean, it's an imperfect science, so it's hard to know, but it's okay, how much of what am I preparing for it? And then I wonder how much of the social media algorithm is designed to show you more of what you engage with. So if you now start engaging with maybe just say you did 1 or 2 weathermen's post about the snow, then the next thing you know, you're going to be getting even more posts about it, which can feed into the frenzy. Yeah. So some of it, I think, is a social media algorithm creating an issue over what the real issue is, if that makes sense.
And to me, it was all centered. Truly, a lot of it was make sure you have food. That was the thing. Yeah. What snacks do you have? Like you said, what are you going to eat? what are you going to have just in case? And I was trying to think of, like you said, if the power goes out. But the other joke was my friends were like, I've eaten all of my winter snacks and the snow hasn't even fallen yet. It's kind of like when you go to the movie theater and you eat the popcorn before the movie starts and you're like, what am I going to do now? So that was, I tried to on purpose buy things that I wouldn't necessarily want to do that with. But I'm like, but I might need that. So that was, were you all particularly interested in just the food part the most? Like for me, that was my biggest thing. Like, what am I going to cook that could keep in case I lose power, or how am I going to eat? Like that was my concern.
I had both. So I'm now in my condo is all electric. Mm-hmm. So if I lose electric, I lose everything. Mm-hmm. And so that was a big concern for me. So I really focused on that side of the prep. How am I going to heat things up? Mm-hmm. So this is what the storm was coming Sunday, and Saturday I was doing what I called my final last bit of prep. And I was like, where am I going to find candles and like unscented candles and things like that? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the old camping hack. I'm going to go get the jar of Crisco, and then you can put tapers inside of it and that'll burn for 72 hours. Mm-hmm. So I went to the grocery. I'm at the grocery store on Saturday, the day before the storm. They have no Crisco. I could not find Crisco anywhere. And I'm like, okay, well, the Lord's still going to take care of me. So I decided, it's like, you know what? I'm going to Dunkin' and I'm getting a latte.
I was going to say, what does that have to do with Chris? Right. I was not expecting that transition.
No, I was like, what does Dunkin' have?
What does Dunkin' have?
Well, exactly. I'm treating myself in the worry. I'm treating myself, and I'm going to go visit my mom. Mm-hmm. And then I remembered, oh my gosh, my mom has candles out the wazoo. Yeah. I know she's got something. So my mom was so delighted when I asked her if she had any candles. I have a box on the floor. Oh, see this bag right here by my chair? Do you see my chair and the bag right by it? Mm-hmm. That is filled with candles, as well as the leftover can of Crisco from when we last fried chicken. So it's half full, and I'm like, okay, that'll get me through a day and a half of a storm. Mm-hmm. So I focused on that side of it, but then I was like, okay, well, if I do lose electric, what can I heat? What can I eat? So I did the peanut butter. I got I tell you, shout out to the vegans, because they know how to do plant-based stuff in a package right. I can't Tasty Bites. Tasty Bites, I think is what it's called. It's like lentils, and it basically, you just rip the top off the pouch and then you heat it up and you're good to go. Delicious. When somebody else is talking, I'm going to run over my cabinet and go get it, because I was like, I'm buying a bunch of these because you could still eat it out of the packet. Very good. I got apples. I got bananas. I got some things that could kind of subsist on its own. Tuna fish, protein.
So how are you going to heat it up though? Because you said.
Well, I was either going to eat it out of the package.
That's what I was wondering, because you were like, you just heat it up. I was like, well, I thought that was the whole
or what is it called? A muffin tin, and you put a tea light in each in the muffin tin, and then you put your pot over top of it.
Yes, I've seen people you all have become so like adventurous with how to make things warm.
I'll try it. Listen, when you're desperate, I'll try anything short of burning my house down. So
he doesn't trust me. Because I was like, oh, I saw this on social media. Take these. He's like, no, don't touch it. But
you have a gas stove, right?
I do, yes.
Okay, so at least when you have a gas stove, you have to be careful, but like you can use the gas to light a fire.
But just leave it to me to like make it like an emergency, and he knows that. So that's why he's like, just step away, don't touch it. Like, because my friends were talking about grilling. One friend, and I hadn't even thought. I thought it was like, that's so genius. She was like, if anything happens, it's fine because I'll just pull out the grill. And I was like, oh,
we did that for a hurricane.
Fascinating.
When a hurricane came through and we lost all the electric, my dad fired up the grill, and he was living his best life because he was making coffee out on the grill. Wow. It was his dream of being a cowboy, and this was his chance. This was his little moment.
Yes.
But Can I tell one thing that I did not do this time around, guys? I did not buy any snacks.
Okay.
I bought 0 snacks because, as you guys know, I've been saying, like, having chips and things in the house, like the family size bag is a serving to me when I'm sitting on the couch.
Amen.
And I knew that if I was going to literally be bound in my house with that, I would eat the entire bag over the weekend. And I didn't. I'm really focused on, I have gained weight because of, the brain tumor and brain surgery, and I haven't been able to exercise like I was before. And I really, really want to do my best to lose the weight that I have gained because of that. And I want to make sure that I'm still filling my body with nutritious things. And I just know that that is going to be a choice. That would be a choice that would lead me against the goals that I'm trying to build. So, and I was like, this is going to be a gamble. Either I'm going to be really regretful that I do this, or I'm going to be really proud of myself. Yeah. And I'm really proud of myself.
Well, that is a win. Yeah. But the difference, I took what you, my strategy was a bit different, but a little. I got snacks, but I got snacks I felt mediocre about. Like, you talk about chips, like, I think you and I both share a love for Utz Ripple Cut barbecue chips, right? Like you said, a serving is the whole bag. Like, that's what it is. Don't talk to me about a 1 ounce. I don't know what that is. No. I'm not counting 15 chips. Are you crazy? Like, it's Utz. But Wheat Thins, like this, I saw this packet at Target, and it was an impulse buy, but I was like, if God forbid anything went out, they had these Wheat Thins with like blocks of cheese. I'm fine, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, all I want to do is binge on some Wheat Thins. Like, that's gonna do it. I can portion that and feel okay. So I felt like those were the snacks that I tended, and fruits and stuff, but that I tended to go towards. And that worked out well for me too, because I could have it and I didn't feel it. Was me being honest. Like, Oreos are a weakness. It's Ripple Cut, like stuff like that I know I can't manage myself around. But the things I was mad about, I got that.
Yeah.
Good for you. Rikki, what did you do?
Well, for me, it was the Ritz crack. When talking about snacks, like I can portion out Ritz. I don't know that I necessarily am like, let me count 10 of them, but they have the sleeves that are like, I specifically buy the ones that are already smaller, because if I do open up a whole roll, I'm probably going to just keep eating the roll. Like, it's such, it's not a pain, but it is to like roll up half of the thing and put it back. And I can totally do that, but I feel like it gives me less opportunity to do that if it's just half of a sleeve that's packaged separately. I think they're called like stacks or something. So they're wrapped up separately. And I had some peanut butter with that. I got the peanut butter that didn't have any like added sugar. So I feel like that isn't as addictive as like sugary, like standard, peanut butter that's on the shelf that is like candy. I could eat a whole bottle of. So that helped. At apples, I feel like were really good to have around. And then with the gas stove, I had that, but thankfully my power didn't go out. But it was nice to know that I had that opportunity, and I had some, pasta that I could have heated up. I got bottled water just, to refrain from using the tap, but I boiled water would have been fine. And I think all those things set me up for success and helped me to be comfortable with, like, regardless of what happened, that I would be able to sustain myself.
Do you guys, it's like in the middle of the storm, you're like, okay, I'm going to bake this during the storm. Like, do you decide that you're going to cook certain things? Because I got chicken leg quarters, and I'm like, I want to smell roasted chicken in my house during a snowstorm. I can't explain it, but that's what I want. That.
Yeah. 2 things for me. It was on sale for one thing, but I wanted a pot roast. I wanted to make a roast because it just, to me, seemed like cozy, warm here. Why don't you have some pot roast to go with the snow? Like, it just seems like a movie, like something you do, So I had that, but also I made curry chicken. I made a curry chicken in the crock pot. So I had 2 crock pots going, and David was very happy, and so was Isaiah. So that was a win. for me. But I was very intentional about wanting to make it. So I was like, let me make sure I have all the ingredients. Can I tell you the one thing though? This is so random, and David and I are still upset because there's one thing I always have in the house. And have you all had this happen? You always have this certain ingredient. So you never think you need to get more of it when you go to the grocery store. For me, I always have onions. Always. I always have onions. Always. I had not one onion.
Oh no.
Not one. I had the little remnants of like when you had cut one, like in the. I was so hurt. So for those recipes that called for each having their own onion, I had to split like a. It hurt my whole feelings. Onions are my thing. Like I put onions in everything.
Yes.
And I'm never out of onions. But of course, during the snowstorm of the century, right?
Yep.
And I'm not going back to the store to go get an onion. No. Are you crazy? No. Like I could have.
Can I make a recommendation?
Are you going to tell me you could use something like beets?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
No.
You're going to be like, just put a little beet in it and it tastes okay.
No. Did you know that you can buy frozen chopped onions?
Oh.
No.
You
can buy frozen chopped onions, and I always keep a bag of frozen chopped onions in my freezer.
Because sometimes like the frozen-y stuff, only sometimes, like I had that with garlic, where they have fresh peeled garlic, but it doesn't taste the same as like.
If you like you're in the crock pot, if you're like you're roasting the crock pot, pop it in the crock pot, pop it in the soups. I made like homemade manowich. And I have two onions left. And I was like, do I want to use the onion for this? And I was like, you know what? I can use a frozen onion. I'm going to pull the frozen onions out. And I just like into the pan. Tasted great. It's fantastic.
Well,
so just saying that there's a backup solution for you at some point. I always keep a bag in the freezer.
Well, my lesson has been learned it was the onion and paprika, because I was like, I always have paprika because I don't, it's one of those things. And then I just didn't. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, of all the things to not have paprika and onion, and like those are staples for like every recipe that you do. So this is me forgiving myself because I'm not perfect, and that's not my goal. And David ate it anyway, because guess what? That chicken was expensive, and so was the roast. So you better enjoy it. It was full of garlic, and I hope that he loved it. So yeah. But I have a question for you guys. So how did you do with movement? Like, because that was another thing. I've been out walking a lot. We have our step bet. Step bet didn't care that it snowed. What did you all do to try to what did you focus on when you're stuck in the house to try to like force movement? Or did you just kind of let it go?
I was dumb and used my free day up at the beginning of the week. So it's Sunday, and not only did I have to do the step bet, I typically like to save my free day for Sunday, but it was also a power day. So I essentially need to get 10,000 steps inside. So what I decided to do was every 10 minutes, try and do 1,000 every 10 minutes, every hour for 10 minutes to do 1,000 steps, because I needed that way to become a potato. And I kind of kept moving, and then I missed like an hour or two with it. So it was like, okay, well, I'm going to get up while I'm watching a show, and I'm walking while I watch the show. So I have some really intentional movement. So I got my 10,000 because we don't lose step bets.
That's right.
I done did it. I
love it. That's wonderful. Well, for me, I'm still, I've got a lot of things unpacked. I've been, I've moved for a while, but I still have a ways to go with just organizing things and getting things, where they need to go versus like purging things. So I use the opportunity to just get things organized, get some things up on the wall. And that kept me pretty busy and moving around. And I even felt my arms kind of tired from like lifting things. And I think that made it really productive movement for me.
Yeah. I think similar for me. I mean, housework I wanted the double win of like, I've decluttered this room, and that makes me feel better. And also I got movement. And I do have, a couple levels to my house. So doing the laundry and intentionally going downstairs to get things, all the things that you hear is cliche, but it's like when you're inside and you cannot go out, or you choose not to go out because it's 0 degrees. That was something that was really helpful for me. And I got the win of being able to see a space beautified and to get the steps. And then also for those who may have kids or little ones in your life that you need to keep entertained, they are wonderful motivators to move. So they have a lot of kid cardio, like movement videos and things that you can do on YouTube. I put those up and asked Isaiah, and he's looking at me, come on, mommy, let's go. Come on, mommy. And I'm like, I was looking for something low impact. I can't have my little 5-year-old outdo me. He basically was calling me a punk. He was like, keep going. So I got a lot of exercise. I didn't mean to. I thought that it was going to be like a slow thing, but get a little kid who's competitive. I promise.
Do you also find like going out and shoveling too, for me is like a really good barometer of where I am fitness level wise. I mean, that's no joke. That is no joke.
I am going to be honest that I did let David handle that. And I said, good job. And made sure he had hot chocolate when he came in because I was not interested. But I do remember that shoveling is a good workout. I don't want to. And that's a blessed place, right? But I'm just saying, like, if I were not, yes, shoveling, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I am an empowered woman and a powered single woman. And as an empowered single woman, I could pay somebody to shovel my.
So, Erin, you let us know.
I'm an empowered, poor single woman.
We have the whole spectrum here, okay? Maybe like, I'll pay someone to do it. Erin's like, I'll do it. And I'm like, David, there's no.
That's right.
Go get it and help the neighbors, please. Just be a good man, okay? Be a good man. Help them.
Well, you guys know me too. I'm like, that's socialization time. So my neighbors are outside and we're all getting to know each other. And I've learned so many cool things about my neighbors. Like it's the greatest. And I got some exercise and I learned how strong I feel very weak still from the surgery. But you guys, 2 hours out there of shoveling, scooping, not lifting with your back, lifting with your legs.
There's a disclaimer. There's so many people who don't do it the right way and get yourself hurt. Shoveling can be very dangerous.
Yep.
You don't do it the right way.
Of course, I'm getting served all of those videos of, if you're ever 45, you're in prime heart attack zone. And I'm like, I'm going to die.
Well, that was my excuse. I was like, I have to be careful.
Yeah. Right.
Like, that doesn't mean you can't do it. I was like, listen, okay. I've been through a lot, so I don't want to risk it.
That's right.
Let him do
I must have done it wrong in the past because I just have memories of even a couple years ago doing it and my lower back hurting so bad.
Yep.
And I have like lower back discomfort, just in general. I think because I've had foot issues and all of that, so I just maybe need a lesson in how to do it, or I'm just continuing to pay people.
Yeah.
Rikki, pay somebody.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, if there had been a young man out there looking for a couple of dollars.
Would you have done damsel in distress? Oh, well, to me, what will I do with all of this snow?
Well, I was actually,
surgery. No,
I was planning on like benefactress.
Okay.
Empowered single woman. That's where, listen, here's what I was willing to do. I was willing to cry.
Okay, I was going to say. Yeah.
I was willing to use brain surgery.
Yeah.
And I was willing to pay cash to a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are my 3 options. And Jesus cut them all off. And he said, ma'am, you're doing it. And you're going to get to know your neighbors. And I went, well.
You should have done what the neighbor here did. I'm not naming one. There's could have been anyone. But she came out and she just looked lost. And all of the men, they couldn't help themselves. She just stood there with the shovel. Didn't even try. Just stood there and looked around. And all the men were like, hold on. We'll be there to help. So she got like 6-7 men.
Guys, I tried that. I tried standing out there and I did. And I don't look like the helpless kind, apparently.
Well, that's because your attitude is can do it. So you'll be like, woe to me. Oh my gosh, don't do that over there. My word. Let me go get this.
Yeah, you need help. Let me help you.
I'm going to help you help me. Yeah.
No joke. A woman came out. And here's the thing. I had to struggle not to go help her. Okay. I had to struggle. She came out with a salad bowl. Now she's had the same opportunity to get she's older than me. She had the opportunity to get a shovel. She's had the opportunity to get ice melt. We have all had the same opportunity. We had the same 24 hours. And she's got more time than I do. And she had a ding dang salad bowl But I will tell you what, she stomped the snow down with her foot. She kicked at it. And then she took that salad bowl and just started, moving snow around.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the only thing I want to say too that I thought was good is that, and I know we're coming towards the end, but I was just thinking about, Erin, I love the fact that you did that for socialization too, though, because that's another thing that I know. I've been doing my January reset, as you all know, and it's February, and one of the things that was so great about it was the last piece was about connection, and I think a lot of people lost that, because I'm an introverted extrovert. I'm okay with being by myself, but I also kind of like people sometimes. But there's some people who are really affected by being inside and away from others. So like forcing that, I thought that's a wonderful way, like you said, getting outside, not getting the exercise, but also just to be around other people.
Yep. Community matters. And I just, there's still something about a good snowstorm brings neighbors together.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, the neighbors with the snow plows are coming out and doing each other's lawns, or, I love that. I think especially in crazy times, it's finding the things that unite us and don't divide us. And as a pain in the butt as snow is, I just see good things come from that. People helping each other out. And that's a great thing.
It's Mr. Rogers saying, look for the helpers.
Yes. And you might be the helper.
Yeah.
Love it.
Very sweet. Well, thank you guys. This has been such a good conversation. And I'm so glad that we talked about this. I feel like we haven't had a good conversation about the snow and the impact of that.
We hadn't had it, but now
this is the one of
the century.
Right. It's over. No more snow.
No more. Lord, I've had my fill. I appreciate
it. Well, we would love for you to share with us your snow stories, your experience, how you deal with the snacks and the meals on snowstorms, or even if you've had a power outage experience, let us know some of your tips and tricks. We'd love to hear from you. There's so many ways that you can connect with us. We have our Facebook group. You can join by searching Real WW Talk. Please make sure you answer all the questions, because we don't let those bots into our group. It's a safe space. You can also find us on Instagram. If you'd love to see our faces, we're on YouTube as well. And you can listen to us wherever you like to listen to podcasts. You guys have anything else to share?
No.
Peace.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye.